This true story comes from Florida. Her name is Margaret, and she was 62 when it happened. A grandmother, a widow, and a woman who lived carefully all her life. She believed scams were things you only read about in newspapers, the kind of stories that happened to careless people, never to someone like her. It was a sticky Thursday afternoon in Clearwater, Florida. The air was heavy, clinging to the walls of Margaret's small yellow house, the one she and her late husband had bought nearly 30 years ago. She sat at the kitchen table, folding freshly dried laundry. A stack of her grandson's old T-shirts rested at the corner. She couldn't bring herself to throw them away, even though he was long grown. The ceiling fan creaked overhead, stirring just enough breeze to keep her company. The silence of the house was thick, the kind of silence that presses in after the children grow up and the grandkids only visit on holidays. Then, the shrill ring of the phone cut through it. Caller ID, a local number. Margaret almost didn't answer. But something, maybe instinct, maybe that quiet loneliness that makes you reach for a connection, made her pick up. A frantic voice exploded through the line. "Grandma, Grandma, it's me. Don't panic, but I'm in trouble. Please, don't tell Mom and Dad." Margaret's heart seized. She froze, the folded towel slipping from her hand. "Josh, is that you?" she whispered, her voice trembling. "Yes, Grandma. It's me," the voice insisted. "I've been arrested. I need bail money. $8,000 tonight, or I won't get out. Please, Grandma. Please help me." Before her mind could catch up, another voice cut in, deep, authoritative. "This is Officer Daniels with the County Sheriff's Office. Your grandson is in custody. The bail must be wired immediately to secure his release. If you delay, he could face felony charges." Margaret's breath caught in her throat. Her hands, damp from the laundry, pressed against her chest. The sound of her own heartbeat drowned out everything else. Josh, her first grandson. She remembered holding him at the hospital, a tiny bundle swaddled in blue. She remembered the way he used to run across the soccer field, waving at her from the sidelines. The way he called her Grams in that sweet, secret voice that was just for her. Now, that same voice, shaky, desperate, was begging. "Grandma, please. I'm scared. Don't tell anyone. Just help me." Her knees felt weak. She clutched the phone tighter, as if holding it could hold him. Then came the officer's sharp tone. "Ma'am, this must stay confidential. If word gets out, it could compromise the case. Do not contact your son. Do not involve the bank. Trust only us. We're here to protect your grandson." The words landed like commandments. "Don't tell anyone. Trust only us." Somewhere, deep down, Margaret's instincts whispered, "This feels wrong." But fear drowned out reason. The thought of her grandson in jail, frightened and alone, was unbearable. So she whispered, "Okay, tell me what to do." The instructions came fast, with no room to breathe. Step 1. Go to your bank. Withdraw $9,000 in cash. Do not say it's for bail. Tell them it's for a home repair." Margaret hesitated, but the voice of Josh broke in again, trembling with urgency. "Grandma, please, don't let me spend the night in here. Just do what they say." Her resolve broke. She grabbed her purse, slipped on her sandals, and drove to the bank. Inside, the teller raised an eyebrow. "Are you sure you want this much cash, Mrs. Taylor?" Margaret forced a weak smile. Yes, just fixing up the roof. Her hands shook as she tucked the envelope of bills into her purse. She avoided the teller's eyes. Step 2. Take the money to a UPS store. Buy Target, Apple, and Google Play gift cards. Scratch the backs, read the numbers aloud to me. She did as she was told. Her voice cracked with every code she read, her throat dry, her body trembling. And each time, the scammer reassured her. Perfect. Good job, Grandma. You're saving your grandson's future. You're doing the right thing. It was twisted comfort, a poison wrapped in praise. The next day, another call. Another demand. Josh's charges have increased. We need $7,500 more. Her savings bled away. Over 3 days, she handed over nearly $20,000, the money she had been saving for a new roof, for her medical bills, for the small safety net she had clung to since her husband passed. And still, every time she hesitated, the voice of her grandson pleaded. Please, Grandma, you're the only one I can count on. Her heart overruled her head. And the spiral continued. On the 4th day, her daughter stopped by unexpectedly. Margaret sat slumped at the kitchen table, pale, exhausted. Receipts littered the counter like fallen leaves. Gift card wrappers, withdrawal slips, envelopes torn open and empty. Mom, what is all this? Her daughter asked, her voice sharp with worry. Margaret's lips parted, but no words came. The phone buzzed again. She grabbed it like a lifeline. Grandma, it's me. Please hurry. They're going to keep me here. Her daughter snatched the phone and pressed it to her ear. She listened for a moment, then pulled it away, her face tight with anger. That doesn't even sound like Josh. Mom, this is a scam. The word slammed into Margaret like a wave. Scam. Together, they typed the number into Google. Instantly, page after page of warnings appeared. Grandparent Scam. Do not fall for it. The same script. The same lies. Margaret's knees buckled. She sank into her chair. Oh, God, I gave them everything, she whispered. The phone rang again. This time she let it go to voicemail. Her daughter pressed play, Mrs. Taylor, failure to cooperate will result in your grandson facing additional charges. Her daughter's eyes softened with pity, Mom. Josh is safe. He's at school. This isn't him. Relief and devastation collided inside Margaret. She felt the weight of betrayal, not by her grandson, but by strangers who had stolen his voice to break her heart. For weeks afterward, Margaret couldn't sleep. She replayed the calls in her mind. Every grandma, please echoed in her chest. Shame wrapped round her like chains. But her daughter refused to let her sink into silence. Together, they filed a police report, contacted the bank, and submitted complaints to the FTC. Some of the money was gone forever. But Margaret made a choice. She would not stay silent. She began speaking at her church, at her senior center, to anyone who would listen. If someone calls saying your grandchild is in jail, hang up. Call your family directly. Verify before you act. Because these criminals don't just steal your money. They steal your trust. One evening, sitting on her porch, she watched the Florida sunset wash the sky in pink and gold. She whispered a prayer of thanks that her grandson was safe. And she made a quiet promise to herself, never again, because her story, painful as it was, might save someone else from the same heartbreak.